Super exciting indeed, Liger. And here we are in the pick, protect, ban phase. Round one, Krakoa. It is, of course, a domination map to get us started.
There it is, domination map to get us started, as well as the Emma band and the Magneto band. There you go. For those who don't know, the little blue marker or the red marker below the hero indicates which team has lost that pick. That's right. So that does mean Ground Zero cannot play Emma Frost. And at the same time, Bethany protects Emma Frost for themselves. But in return, of course, Bethany cannot play Magneto. We might see another band coming out. There goes Loki as well, which Bethany cannot use.
Yeah, Loki is a very interesting ban. We have seen it happen quite a few times throughout the entire tournament, throughout the group stage. The Magneto ban and protect, well, the Emma Frost ban and protect makes sense as well. Both of these two tanks are very much vied upon, you know, the people really want these vanguards for sure. We also have a Lunar Frost ban coming out too. Support strategists are very strong at the moment as well, so no surprise on the Lunar Frost there.
No surprise indeed. But what are we thinking, Rice? Here, are they going to shut down? Yep, they just did. The Punisher's gone. All right, no executioner for the Bethany squad here today. But again, returning the favor. Loki, no Loki at all today, Rice. What are we thinking? No Lokis. What does that mean for us?
I think the thing with Loki is because of the ultimate, being able to copy the ultimate, while Magneto was banned and protected for one team, that means that if they did have a Loki on the team, they could still use the ultimate. They could still use Meteor. Same with Emma Frost. So getting rid of the Loki means it makes those other bans that have been chosen more stronger because nobody can steal the ultimate from the enemy team.
Not a factor at all. Ooh, and then the last ban. Sorry, last protect. Will it be Luna? Yes. Luna Snow locked in by Bethany. We know that's going to be a top pick for the strategist there. And then returning the favor, the final ban that's going to be hitting Bethany. What's it going to be? What's Ground Zero going to pick? Storm, perhaps? Bit of a hover on Storm. Are we locking in the Thunder? And the Storm is out of here. There it is, your four bans and your four bans for both sides locked in, as well as the two protects. Here we go, as we're going to see these teammates pick their strategies, pick their comps, pick their roles, and most importantly, are we going to see a Captain America? Okay.
Ooh, that could be exciting. We saw Captain America maybe twice during the group stage, so it's not like he's not in play. Just not at the most common, not just the most absolute top meta, top S tier pick other teams might think of. But I also see a Magic. That's actually even more exciting. I don't think we've seen a Magic at all this entire tournament.
Magic would absolutely be a massive pick, right? A rare pick, of course, this entire tournament. I believe I saw a bit of Magic on the EMEA region games earlier in the week. Really exciting to see. I want to see if OCE we can bring a little Magic ourselves and start swinging that sword. The question is, does FMCL have what it takes? I know FMCL's got a history with the Moon Knight, so you know I always ask for Moon Knight, but let's say I'll relax today. I asked for that too much this week, but you know we're gonna get into it. But I do like seeing the Captain America, and again, potato on the Psylocke. It's what we all want to see. It's beautiful.
It is indeed very beautiful. Potato on the Psylocke has been able to pop off a couple of times. And Magic would be very exciting to see as well. But you mentioned also Moon Knight. I mean, this new skin, the new Moon Knight skin, people might want to show it off, but maybe that might be a bad reason to pick a character in a professional competitive tournament like this. But you never know. Maybe people are feeling exciting and confident and want to just show off how good that new Moon Knight skin is.
Now, speaking of somebody who's good, we got Dupe on the Magneto, trying to hold the front line now, zoning them early, starting off strong. Isaac in the sky, sorry, Liam in the sky over here on the Torch. Again, Six's Punisher, we've seen it do the work. We're going to see it again, zoning out the Human Torch, starting it up. King Bob on the absolute Invisible Woman. Right, see, we've seen Invisible Woman do so much in Ignite. Probably the most consistent strategist there is in the game.
For sure, it's one of the most consistent indeed. I mean, unless, you know, Luna Snow also keeps getting banned out, and so does Loki. So it is definitely one of the most consistent and available heroes to be played. Now, Six taking out Jag and Soupy. Oink, everybody is falling from the team of Bethany. This is going to be a quick, well, not a quick, but a very quick, sudden turning into the favor of Ground Zero. It was a bit of a stalemate, and then Ground Zero just took all the eliminations.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stagger there from Bethany, not really uniting their push going forward, especially with the Captain America. You want to do that. But maybe they were just farming up the ultimates for now. We already see King Bob with the boundary ready for this next fight. But of course, Supernova's built up as well. That's insane. Liam already building a Supernova quicker than their own strategists could build their ultimates. That's effective use right there. And look, of course, Ground Zero, 3 ultimates ready to go. 4th, 5th, 6th on the way. Do they have the power to even counter the next push from Bethany?
Bethany, though, only has 1 ultimate available. It is the Human Torch, but 6 doesn't care, taking out Jag immediately. Oh, of course, Maddie AF also using all their ultimates to keep everyone alive. 6 now has their Punisher ultimate online, but they still don't need it. They're able to just take each player out of Bethany one by one. Now, Liam running away to safety.
Running away to safety right there. Now, Rice, I want to know, tell me, thinking, this Potato Ultimate, this Dance of the Butterfly, is it going to be enabled by that invisible boundary? Will we see maybe a 5K? I'd love to see that. That'd be actually really cool.
I'm just wondering, though, if Potato does use the Dance of the Butterfly, King Bob does have their invisible boundary on the line as well, so it could just be negated if they time it correctly. But Jag going in on Captain America, taking down 6 immediately, and now comes the invisible boundary from Bob. Ground Zero utilizing it quite early, but Potato has been taken out. No Butterfly dance for them, but out comes Liam, and also the dance, the showtime from Bubble Coo, but it doesn't matter as the Meteor takes them out. Now Oink trying to step up for the supports, but it doesn't matter as Europe is popping off. Another pick for them. And in overtime, Ground Zero are still in control. Can Bethany get back in time? Jag once again taken out. I don't think Bethany can cap. I don't think they can flip this. And now finally the Dance of the Butterflies, but it does nothing and gets stolen by FMCL.
Absolute kidnapping from FMCL right there, catching up with it at the end. Krakoa Cradle is theirs for the taking. A very slow, I would say, take. Like, it felt like the fight never really kicked off. I feel like there's something missing there. Maybe people are warming up or something like that. How cool to see. But ultimately, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that as well. Like the start of the match was very slow, where not much was happening, and then suddenly Ground Zero just took 3 picks very quickly and succinctly. And it kind of just happened sort of the same way again and again. The fight started slowly, but then suddenly Ground Zero just had the upper hand, and sometimes not even needing to use all that they have on hand, all of the ultimates they have on hand. And they just cycled through everything pretty smoothly. But here we are with the second round here into this domination. Bethany has 2 ultimates available, while Ground Zero may only have their Cloak and Dagger, and actually Groot is also extremely close.
Now, extremely be aware right now that Zenstar's Groot is about to land a massive strangling prison in this next fight going forward. But of course, we've got, the final stand ready from Wolverine that could be there too soon for the next fight coming forward. But the Captain America Jag is also ready to just start going. There it is, starting up right now with the massive Groot, setting it up, giving FMCL a pick. Maddie AF, with that total bond dashing in, getting a double KO on the Cloak and Dagger right there. That is a strong combination right there, using a strategist on the offensive. Ground Zero, where are you learning these tactics? We love to see it right here. There it is. The forward pressure gives them the early percentage. You're chugging away to 10%. Jag is off on the sidelines, I do believe. Liam as well, trying to find an angle, trying to get a pick, but they're just boxed in. Right, see, Ground Zero is just boxed in. They're feeling confident. They're holding corners, and that's how they're going to run into this next matchup.
Yeah, no, Ground Zero looking extremely confident. FMCL being aggressive as well. And as you mentioned, Maddie AF with the aggressive ultimate was absolutely massive, but here comes Jag on the Captain America, assembling all of the teams, as well as Soupy on the Emma Frost, trying to control everyone's brains. But is that going to be enough? As King Bob's boundary was up to keep everyone alive, but Potato, waiting for that boundary to fall, goes in, dancing on Maddie AF. 6 foes, FMCL, Bethany are in control for the first time in this map and are looking to flip the points.
Ooh, flipping the point in their favor is ticking away as Bethany do claim point for now. Sends Ground Zero packing back to spawn for a little bit. Feeling confident, feeling good. Oink's ready with the boundary next fight. We're going to see a supernova. It's going to get warm in here, even though it's actually cold in Australia right now, I'll tell you that. But not so too cold. Not that cold compared to this lunar snow from Bubble. It's going to be icy when we see the fate of both worlds kick off as well. But I really want to see that freedom charge from Jag again. Hopefully setting up this next fight. 6 on the front line. We're going to be ready again to see the Judge, Jury, and Executioner go on off again. That's what you love to see from a supernova kicks off into the Pyro Tornadoes, zoning out Ground Zero, forcing him into the corner. 6 catches Potato on the sidelines with a shot into the face, taking out Potato. Big KO into the Executioner, shredding them up, going through the fire and through the burning power. They do push forward. Ground Zero is on the point right now. Cloak and Dagger's there. That Eternal Bond sets it off. KO goes once. That's Soupy down. That's Jag down. That's the double for 6 right there. Taking 3 of Bethany down in one fight. Maddie gets the last pick on Oink, and that is in favor for Ground Zero, taking point back, getting themselves to 50% in the lead.
They are in the lead. Bethany, though, managed to get 43%, so they do have a chance of taking this back as Ground Zero are heading towards 70%. Ultimates are online for both teams, but Ground Zero with 1 extra. They have Groot and Wolverine online, but Bethany going from the high ground, want to jump down, and they are ready and able to take out FMCL. He was trying to do a sneaky get in the back line, didn't go in their favor. Now Groot going hard with Zen Star, trying to keep everyone up the point, but I don't know if it's enough. As now both boundaries, both invisible ones, are out right now to keep everyone alive. King Bob's lasting a little bit longer as Zen Star now takes down Jag from Bethany. Bethany down their Vanguard. But Soupy, one of the Vanguards still left for Bethany, is going to try and control everyone's mind to keep everyone alive. As 6-0 doesn't care. 6 takes down Leaf, takes down Potato, takes down so many members, and then Sorry takes down 1 as well. And overtime is going to be in favor of Ground Zero. Can anyone from Bethany touch? It is going to go the way of Ground Zero.
There it is. Lock it in. Krakoa in favor of Ground Zero Gaming, getting themselves the first map win of today on the carousel. Feeling confident, as many predicted, Ricey. They have that winner's momentum. They're feeling confident. They've got strategies. Again, I don't even think Zen Star is playing well. Zen Star is playing like Groot's solo adventure right now, just fighting even in invisible boundaries. Zen Star, I love watching their walls go up. They're so tactical. They're on walls, ceilings, and they're so effective. They're setting up ultimates, splitting up the team, giving them all the enabling. Like, look at these stats we're talking about. 22k damage blocks from Zen Star. Honestly, Maddie, such an offensive Cloak and Dagger, deserves MVP. Maddie's Cloak and Dagger is in your face. What a perfectly well-known executed use of such a diverse strategist and such a good hero design. And Maddie just knows him inside out. You'd love to see that.
No, exactly. Yeah, the Cloak and Dagger in the hands of Maddie was absolutely phenomenal to watch. All the damage and everything being dealt by Maddie. I mean, the numbers say only 3,000. But, I mean, look at all those knockouts. 15 knockouts on a strategist doing absolute annoying work for the team of Ground Zero.
Can't beat it. You can't beat it right there. So much value, so much power. And honestly, I will say though, on the other side, Bethany's lane, there was something there. I feel like there was something cooking, but just we didn't get to see it go off. Maybe the bans played a fact again. No Pyro Tornado available, There's just a hard...
We can't even say though if they are the final boss. Remember, there is the Vicious and Kanga still that Bethany might have to go through depending on the playoffs. So this is the first boss in potential many, but I mean, definitely Ground Zero, definitely feeling like very much a final boss at the moment. Bans don't seem to have changed too much between these two teams. Ground Zero starting off with Magneto and Bethany starting off with Emma Frost, and they will be protecting Emma Frost. Bethany definitely favoring Emma Frost as their Vanguard of choice.
Oh, definitely. Well, there you go. It's not a Loki time. I'll tell you that. We don't like Loki here in OCE. We don't get to see Loki. Oh, maybe we do like Loki so much that we just ban him out of here. But there it is. There it goes. Magneto protected for Ground Zero. Gonna be a very confident pick right there. Zen Star hovering the thing. I'd love to see the thing. Great clobbering time would be an absolute fun time. But there it is. Bethany hovering the Punisher man. Will it be locked in? It's locked in. Frank Castle is out of here. Put him in prison because Ground Zero cannot bring out the Punisher. Bethany making a good choice there. And at the same time, oh, wait, sorry. Did I? I apologize. I said that the other way around. Wait a minute.
did.
Wait. Ground Zero banned out the Punisher and then protected
Yeah.
it. What are you doing, Bethany? That was your problem last game.
Yeah, this exact same thing I believe happened last map as well. I'm looking at this and I was basically seeing the exact same bans and protects from Ground Zero. Nothing has really changed. It depends on the here if they ban the Storm again as well, which they did last time. While comparatively, Bethany, I believe the Cloak and Dagger is different to last time. I don't think that was the ban that they went with. It's going to be Psylocke, not Storm. So a bit of differences, a bit of changes coming up here. Maybe it's because we're on Convoy this time, on Yggdrasil Path.
Oh, Yggdrasil Path's going to be a good one. Jag on the Captain America again. Is it time? Do we finally get the freedom charge that leads these Avengers to victory? We're going to see soon. But Potato on the Ultron. Oh. And that, look at it. Do you see it? That's a triple strategist lineup hovering right now from Bethany. That's going to change the tide. That is a good composition. Very well known to be done by Kanga Esports.
Not only is Bethany hovering the triple strategist, I believe Ground Zero, I just saw it at the end, was also hovering triple strategist too. Of course though, when you are on a tag, you can change it last minute. You can have a little bit of a sneak peek of what the defenders are playing and you can go back to spawn and switch whenever you want. So really, the defenders have to lock in and be absolutely sure of what they want to play. Ground Zero, starting a defense, are not... they are locking in the triple strategists. They are running Ultron on this map.
Ooh, you want to know why? Because they're taken to the skies and they're gonna get that metal firestorm going with the potato on the Ultron, and so much presence that can come from a very enabled with the drone, with of course the snowflake as well from Lunar Snow. It's gonna give Liam a lot of firepower in the sky. We could see a torch really burn it up this time around.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm excited to see the Torch versus Torch, Ultron versus Ultron. A bit of the similar back of the team, with also I'm seeing two Mantises as well, but 6 getting the first pick on Jag. This could be a pretty quick one once again. 6 on Ultron is going to be actually really interesting, considering the fact that they protected the Punisher. So, you know, they're not playing Punisher even with that protect.
So much healing going out from Maddie on the Mantis right now, holding that corner very confidently, feeling very strong. As we can see, the Rage of Ultron is ready to go from Bethany, returning the favor on the other side. 6 is almost there again with the Rage of Ultron themselves. KO as Duke takes out Jag. There goes a Vanguard, down and out right there, trying to hold the back line. It's not getting as much effective use as they need. Emma Frost put on the back hook, captured out by Duke. Fire Slam, taking out Bubble from FMCL. And that will turn it up right now as Bethany's being pushed into the corner, trying to get back into spawn, regroup. But there's a bit of a fighting chance on the sidelines here, playing to terrain. But that building is getting blasted by Ground Zero right now as they are burning it up right there. And we're going to see these drones just there, enabling FMCL, free flying like a true phoenix in the skies. And that is the way you want it as we go into this next matchup, which could blast off with the Rage. Oh, there it is!
What?
Fire Slam into the Strangling Prison. FMCL picks up Volker. That's the one. So I see going into it. Is King Bob's taken down? What else are they going to do in this fight?
Out comes all the support of the strategist ults, as well as Maddie AF trying to keep all the team alive, but it doesn't matter as Duo with the Meteor takes Potato. Maddie as well gets one on Soupy. Ground Zero looking absolutely dominating. The convoy, the vehicle, has not been able to pass this corner. They are holding it right here at spawn. And Jag, who's trying to flank onto the back lane, trying to get anyone who is vulnerable. But they are not able to, as the team, Ground Zero, work together and take down Jag. They turn on that Vanguard. And Jag now back into spawn, have to regroup. There are 2 strategist ultimates available for Bethany. Oink and Bubble do have them online and ready to go, so they could be pushing up forward here soon.
Oh, I see somebody getting sneaky on the flank there, but it doesn't matter because we've got Duke, the Dunk Master out here. Already taking out Soupy, who used the Psionic Seduction too early. Fire Tornadoes going out. The Luna's dancing up a storm. There it is right now as the fate of both worlds are in favor of the Ground Zero right now. Even though there's fire everywhere, They're calm, cool, and collected going into this fight. I feel like there's two fights going on. We see flankers on the side, but they're not getting a value. But there it is, the supernova from Liam in the backline. The tornadoes are burning up. Dupe's stuck in the corner. The terrain is getting blasted away. Is it going to be an extermination starting up from Potato in the skies on the raging Ultron? There it is right now. Jay goes back in the line. Goes for the strategist. Maddie's on the back foot. Takes out King Bob. That's the KO on the back. Oh my days. Oink right now trying to get it. Gets another pick. That's another 1, 2, 3 in favor for Bethany right now, as they're feeling confident, as they turn the tides, as they start pushing and getting some meters in their game, feeling confident good right now as they finally won a fight against Ground Zero on Yggdrasil Path. But a portal is about to go off.
Yeah, with only 30 seconds left, Bethany wants to try and get rid of as much of the time as possible, and they do successfully get the portal off. They are there and ready, but Ground Zero are the one that is winning this fight. Bethany might not even be able to cap the first point with only 14 seconds left, and all of their members are back in spawn. 10 seconds. They're going to have Oink on the portal themselves to try and touch in time. Oink, I believe, it may have gotten the portal ready with 2 seconds left. Are they able to touch? No! Oink did not get a portal in time. They will not be touching. Bethany has been stopped in their tracks just meters away from that first checkpoint.
Ooh, I would love to see the scoreboard right now because the stats are probably crazy coming out from the amount of damage that Dupe has blocked and Zenstar. The Vanguards just held Bethany back so much right there. Barely touching that first gate, not even getting a chance to play further into the map, which means Ground Zero, they're feeling confident right now. They're on the front foot. They have so much time, 5-6 minutes to just push a third of the map. It's looking tough for Bethany right now. You're going to need some crazy defense. Maybe the triple strategist just isn't enough firepower. Yeah, at the end of the day, we're going to see right now. Are they going to be able to hold it just the same? Or are Ground Zero going to take map 2?
Now that Ground Zero on attack, we're seeing something different. I don't think we saw Bethany do this before with the strategy of using Rocket while they're in spawn, while they're loading in to get that extra armor for all the teams. Bethany, I'm pretty sure I didn't see them doing it, but it just shows shows a bit more of the experience that Ground Zero has on their team, using all of these little strategies to give themselves a little bit more of an advantage.
Speaking of the strategies again, Rocket, Raccoon, always start off with a rocket, get the armor packs up, get them on the squad, get everyone feeling nice and strong. FMCL picked up another one of those packs. The drone's there again. It's going to be a confident one as again. The mirror match of the metal and the fire in the sky is happening once again with Ultron and Human Torch. You know, I'd love to see a binary Human Torch skin. That actually might be well suited right now for the amount of duos we've been getting. That'd be cool design. Netties, I hope you hit me up with that skin. I'll buy it day one.
No, that would be absolutely cool. But you know what else is cool? Or maybe not cool? Jag being taken out by Duop immediately. Bethany, though, managing to get have to try and get further and further away, as now they've lost one of their vanguards. Are they able to make it around the corner as Duop pushes forward? But you know what else is pushing forward? The car, the convoy, the vehicle. It is traveling very quickly. A lot of meterage has been achieved. The CP gets walled off twice now. Somehow manages to just barely survive.
Blocked out of the fight, away from their sustain, but they still manage to survive as the Rage of Ultron kicks off, but is currently focused by the Human Torch. But we do see Potato going high, getting some angles, 6 as well as there. Both Ultrons raging. The question is, whose rage is prime and whose age is it to dominate, with Liam taking out King Bob, going into the skies. It's a firefight in the skies right there. Liam taking out FMCL, turning the favor, turning the tide, getting themselves some defensive positions once again, putting Ground Zero back in spawn. Bethany's got momentum. They're breathing again. They're also charging, but so are Ground Zeroes. Going into this next fight, we're going to see 5 ults ready from Ground Zero against, I believe, only going to be actually 4 from Bethany. Let's see, as Soupy is already here, starting it off, holding it down, but the walls are there to stun him out. And then a massive group, strangling prison, locking him in. The beta both walls there to nullify that damage. There it sets it up. And there we go. Bethany do capture the goats right now, as we see a boundary dropping from King Bob, giving him enabling. The Sonic seductions are going off. Will it be enough to sustain them? They're all locked in by the Emma Frost right there, but they're going to be pushed out and safely petitioned for Potato on the backline, potentially getting picked. The Pirate Tornado's going off. Supernova's burning up a storm. There it is right there as everyone's starting up the fight. We're waiting to see who's going to get caught out, but the Rage of Ultron is built again a second time in the same fight. Leaves burning up a storm. Right, see how are they going to do this? There's a double down, and they're pushing Ground Zero back again.
They're pushing Ground Zero back. Bethany finally I wouldn't say finally, but they did win this fight. They're able to stop the cart once again. 1 minute 40 seconds on the clock. It could get dicey here. Ground Zero now, a bit of pressure being put onto them while they only need to move like 20 meters. It's going to be a hard battle, and FMCL, one of the strong duelists from Ground Zero, lots of damage output, are able to take down Lee. Now Bethany, with one less player on the team alive and available, are going to have to fall back a tiny bit, but somehow they're able to stay alive with the Oink being able to keep everyone alive with the ultimate being used, but King Bob has their ultimate. Boundary up. Ground Zero making moves, making progress, as the cart is not able to move just yet, as one last member of Bethany tries to hold the ground, and now Potato already on the strange. Portal is going to be ready, but is it going to be in time? With only 1 meter left, I don't know, as Slim does manage to touch just barely, but where is the portal? There it is, and they're touching, but FMCL gets one, gets two, and it's going to be a fight of the ages, as FMCL keeps raining damage as Bubble gets taken out, Potato gets taken out, everyone gets eliminated, and Ground Zero claim the second map in this series.
A second quadra for FMCL in the final fight there. Absolute burning power from the Human Torch, enabled by the drone, enabled by the Snowflake from Luna. Just so much power coming forward from Ground Zero. They were playing the mirror match in the skies, and they had the right format, the right strategies, and of course the Vanguards there to back them up. Once we saw that group set it up, hit that massive strangling prison, that was all FMCL needed to just dive bomb in. Big fire going everywhere, setting up tornadoes, just going for sparks, always catching Lima from the sidelines. That's why the Torches are the MVPs and SVPs here today. They put in the work, they put it down, and they represented the fire in the skies right there. That's exactly what you wanted. But again, like you said, Ricey, King Bob, the boundaries, they just shut down so much damage output that could have come.
Switch things up a tiny little bit, but yeah, Ground Zero has been pretty stable. Bear with me, Liger. We have flipped sides. Bethany will be starting on defense, and Ground Zero will be starting on attack. So, interestingly, Bethany will also be banning out the Magneto, and that means Ground Zero now can protect Emma Frost.
That is exciting. Okay, a bit of a change of the pace. No magnetic forces at play here. The mutants are going to be sad because Magneto will not be playing, but we're also going to lock out the Loki. Once again, the question is, are we going to see it for the third time in a row? Will Bethany also ban the Loki coming into this second ban of theirs? In a momento, we're about to find out. Is Loki going to see the light of day? Or is Loki locked out of love right now? But first, again, the protect coming from Bethany. There we go. Emma's protected. It's going to be a battle of the White Queen on both sides. How exciting is that? Let's see it. Loki ban?
Yep.
Just called it on time. Love to see it. There it is. No Loki today. Maybe next game.
Yep, no Lokis, no Magnetos, and both having Emma Frost. A little bit of a mirror ban and protect at the moment, and it's going to be another mirror with Punisher being banned out by both teams. Both teams probably wanting to fly high in the sky. It is something they're both leaning towards in the last two maps. So no surprise of the Punisher ban by both. Now the protects that Bethany gets to protect first is going to be Luna. So we have seen Luna being banned quite a few times. I think it was Ground Zero, if my memory serves me correctly, that has been serving out those bans onto Bethany. So that protect was instantaneous from Bethany. Ground Zero thinking about Psylocke. We saw the Psylocke ban last map as well from Ground Zero onto Bethany, but we've also seen the Storm too. And so they decided to go with Storm.
Ooh, Storm. Locked out of love. Luna Snow protected on both sides. Both teams definitely want to get crazy and dance. Final band coming forward from the... Ooh, who's it going to be for Ground Zero? Who is Ground Zero going to be unable to play? Bethany choosing wisely right now. 10 seconds left. And it's going to be the Torch. Locked out. Done. There it is. I think the Torch last round wasn't fun to go against. But you know what that means? Hella's open. Lane can do the Torch. And Six is hovering that dangerous Hella. We know Six's Hella is crazy. I believe getting 2 Hexa KOs so far in Ignite. That would be insane to see another one here today.
Yeah, no, that would be absolutely insane. We see, of course, Six hovering the Hella. We do know Six is absolutely phenomenal in the Hella. We've seen it a lot in group stage. And combined with the Thor, I think is actually a really interesting strategy where, you know, if Six gets picks, and we have seen Six get many picks multiple times in a row, that means that FMCL will be able to get that revive, instant revive in the middle of a team fight, which could be pretty huge. Both of these two teams are running the rocket, though, I think just to get the armor, but I don't know if they'll be running it during the actual match yet. It looks like immediately soon.
Yeah, definitely, because we got, of course, you know, Ground Zero, they're still in spawn. They're going to set up those packs, set up maybe even a jet pack on FMCL. Eyes on the fact that Wolverine can fly. That's right. So, we see that. We're going to hopefully see Dupe on the Emma again. Okay, I got to say right here and now, the group Emma is chaos, especially in such tight corners on Dracula's castle. It's going to be a cool one going into this. Let's see, as we see Maddie on the Luna this time around, switching up. No C&D available for them. Oinks on the Luna here today as well. The walls are being set up right now. Ironwood walls, the Thorn Slash walls are going to be there as well very soon. And we see it. There it is, flying in the sky, but it's actually Potato on the Wolverine, catching them out. FMCL, do they get out of there, retreating to their team. That could have been a dangerous one for Ground Zero if Potato got that massive jetpack kidnapper off.
Absolutely. I mean, Wolverine with the kidnaps could be quite scary, but ooh, Soupy first one to fall. Ground Zero putting on quite a strong attack, and now with 2-3 player advantage, they're able to start their tick first. Tick has been captured on the point, and they're going for a second, and they are going quickly. Can Bethany get back in time to touch? No, Potato has been taken out. FMCL closing the door, being the body blocker in that door, able to take out anyone who tries to get anywhere close. Now, first point has been captured by Ground Zero in such a dominating fashion. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock, and they're still going in.
Still going in, still absolutely slashing through everything in their sight. FMCL feeling confident right now. Jag's going to try to push them back, get a bit of farm out here, just aiming on Zansari right there, getting a bit of that diamond pressure forward, but we're going to see slashes going right now. The question is, who's going to land a big strangling prison from the group right there? That's one, that's two, that's Zansari taking two. Ooh. Then FMCL gets a double on their side as well. Six getting one pick there, and it's going to send Liam running back home to the rest of the team. And Maddie is just going to chill with Ratat Score. Is that the name? I believe Retot scored. I'm mispronouncing it probably, but that's the convoy, the absolute legendary squirrel, the emissary, the messenger. Love to see it going forward as it's moving chill. It's not getting much pressure. It's just moving chill. Ground Zero's holding the doors right now. Bethany is stuck in the castle, nowhere near the convoy.
I must say that is a bit of a toxic combination with Six on Hella and the shield sitting in front of them from Invisible Woman, but Potato taking down FMCL. This is a massive pick for Bethany. Now that they're up one player, they might be able to go in. Potato with an angle, be able to kidnap their Vanguard Soupy. Sorry, that's Zansari that was kidnapped, getting dangerously low. Somehow managing to just survive. Now Six ulting does have a shield in front of them from, I believe, from Jag, who tried to stop all the damage coming down, successfully negating Six's ultimate, but there are more ultimates coming out, so many of them, and most of them are coming from Ground Zero, with Maddie AF being able to keep everyone alive, but FMCL doing so much damage alongside the Queen.
There are literally levels to this. Dupe on the high ground, hitting the Sonic Seduction at a 45-degree angle down on Bethany right there, forcing them all to look up. And as soon as they look up, there's a Wolverine going low, hitting that massive last stand and bringing them up, scooping them up and slamming down for that double KO. Clean start for them going into this, already pushing into the castle. They've only got 5 minutes now to push just up a staircase into the throne room.
Wow.
It's really in their favor right now.
Definitely. Only 5 minutes. I mean, lots of time. Many minutes. 5 minutes is quite a long time for this final push. Ground Zero do have 2 ultimates in their hands right now. It's going to be the Greet and the Invisible Woman ultimates, which are pretty good, strong ultimates if they were to use them correctly, of course. And Bethany, they'll have 3, so have a bit more of an advantage with the ultimate economy, but will they be able to stop them from going up this staircase in 4 minutes 20? Out comes the invisible bounty from Bob to keep everyone alive, to keep pushing up, to get further, and Zansari also stopping everybody in the path with the vines from the Groot. And it's going to keep going further, but now Bethany are trying to stop them with this seduction, with Liam raining flaming tornadoes from the sky. But FMC, what a kidnap! And they both fall down into the pit.
I love that. They knew they were going to win that fight. So he's like, hey, I'm taking you down with me. That's what I expected from FMCL. Just getting that confidence out there. It's like, listen, I might as well reset myself and I'll take one of them with me. Force them to walk back from the throne room. That's the beauty right there. Love, you know, we're having a bit of fun out here. Come on, we can be a bit cheeky in OCE. That's how we do it.
No, indeed. Lots of cheekiness. I love the kidnaps from the Wolverines. Some of them have been pretty strong, pretty game-changing. But with another fight about to approach inside, pushing up to try and get some more ground for themselves. If FMCL does have the ultimate available, is going in hard, being able to try and take as much damage as possible. But now the showtime has started. Maddie is ready to push forward, and so is Oink. Both teams are putting on an absolute show, but Six is the one that starts this fight out, taking down Bubble. Now 4 ultimates for the side of Grand Zero. Everything is happening right here, right now, in Marvel Rivals Ignite Oceania. Six taking down multiple from the skies with 2 minutes, 54, 53, 52 on the clock. They cap the final points.
Ooh, triple KO from Six at the end there. Confidence, Hella is a disaster pick right now for them. Again, we called it earlier in the day. If Punisher's locked out, what are they going to do? Doesn't matter. Six has another absolute S-tier hero in their arsenal with the Hella. The question is, going forward, FMCL and Potato, the bit of the Wolverine matchup, it's pretty good, it's pretty exciting. Are these bans that they've chosen the wise decision right now? Because again, dupe on the Emma is doing so much work. The Magneto was just as good. Again, I feel like this is the situation with Ground Zero. They're all really good at like maybe 2-3 heroes each to a high degree. They maybe don't have the most diverse hero pool compared to other teams in this game. Other teams in this division. But when it comes to the picks they know them so well, inside out, have probably, I would say, easy 50 hours each on these heroes, especially when it comes to these Vanguards, especially when it comes to strategists. My goodness, they probably got 200 hours out there. The strategist players farm up these queue times. I love it. Always getting in game. But here we go, going into this. We're going to flip it up now. It's really on Bethany. Bethany have to take this to the throne room. They got to take it to Dracula. But Ground Zero, they got plenty of time and a good confident lead to hold this back. And if they hold this at any point in time, they're moving forward.
That is so true. I mean, 2 minutes, 52 seconds on the clock for Ground Zero if it comes down to the next phase. If Bethany can bring it all the way to the end, Ground Zero has so much time bank. But honestly, Ground Zero doesn't even have to, they're probably not even thinking about that. They're probably wanting to stop Bethany from even capping this first point or capping second or third point as well. They just need to stop them, as you mentioned, at any point in the game. We see Jag on the Captain America once again. I believe Captain America.
Oh,
what? Oh, that is a pretty big pick, I would say, taking out one of the strategists.
FMCL with the grab, throw in Cloak and Dagger off the map. You gotta love seeing it. The wacky Wolverines are still here in OCE. I love seeing it every time.
The one concern I have with that happening is that Ground Zero FMCL does have a little bit longer to walk back compared to Bethany's bubble, but you never know. He may be able to get back in time. He is back in time. Never mind. He's just so fast. And now Jag has been taken up by FMCL. Ground Zero are able to hold this point pretty well, being able to take picks left and right, courtesy of FMCL, of course.
Ooh, there it is right there, slashing up a storm, going once, going twice. FMCL, the rage is there. The Berserker is just getting so much sustain from that. Always taking hits, always dishing hits, always getting that sustain. As we know, the strategists are there. Every time FMCL dives in, they know to just pour all of that sustain into them. Keep them alive, keep them going. But again, we're going to see right now as Zenstari once again has the Strangling Prison ready. Liam's getting into position as well. Six already has a lock on them. Getting into about half HP. And there it is right now, a grooming right there from Zenstari, locking them in. King Bob gets Potato. That's the Wolverine out of the way. Now Zenstari can move forward, knowing the Wolverine won't be there to shred down the Ironwood walls. King Bob's got a boundary ready. It's going to need to go up, but it's going to be a tough one as we see the Sonic Seduction pushing forward, but it's not enough. So is going to lock out FMCL there. Well-timed counter right there. Big chaos as the tornado goes off and the boundaries are going. Then we see a massive grab from the Wolverine and the cat diving into King Pop. That's the KO right there. Dude manages to take Oink as well. And it's a bit of a triple team fight. It's spread out. Everyone's in the corners, in the corridors of the castle right now. Oh, Jag getting singled out by the three of them. Six on the high ground right now, moving forward, trying to take out Liam. There it is right there, flying into the sky. That's one, that's two, that's a double by Zensari. Once again on the group with the tree trunks flying forward with force like no other. That is a tough fight, but a strong defense from Ground Zero.
Six is very much known for that Hela, and we can see why being able to take down those flying characters, taking down Liam from the sky. It is more of a grounded Human Torch. You can see now Liam playing a bit more safer, playing around the corners, playing around the walls. Very well aware of Six and the shield that protects. But Dureb now starting this fight off with that's a doctrine, but Jag takes them out immediately. But Grudy's there to back up the team and stops everyone in their places. FMCL gets around and takes down 1, 2, 3. Potentially coming up soon. And that is a massive, massive fight once again from Ground Zero with only less than a minute left. Bethany, I'm sure, have to rethink and try and get one more time. They only have 1 or 2 more fights left.
1 or 2 fights left is exactly what they need to keep it going, to keep themselves in the game, to continue what could potentially be the start of a reverse sweep. But Ground Zero are here to, well, live up to their name and keep them grounded and not let them move any further along. KO from Matty AF right there, big pick right there, fighting a Captain America, but he's holding their ground. Big support, big strategist right there, doing the big sustain. As you can see, the Lunar Snow dancing with the fate of the both worlds as Joe gets King Bob with the KO, even in the dance. Then the Wolverines are jumping around and slashing around. The question is, who is going to take it down? Paul is there to set it up. Bobble gets picked. One gets picked. That's the sustain for Bennett. Bethany shut down right now. Potato gets in. Sorry, that's actually a good pick right there. That's going to give him the power they need. Dupe is going in, going for the diamond form. Hammer arm down. Is it going to be enough? Six is playing around the pillars, trying to get a pick. Gets caught out by Liam on the side. FMCL slashing right now, trying to dive forward and high ground into the big final stand right there, but it doesn't connect and get the value they need. The boundary's up again this time. Will it be enough sustain? As we see a supernova from Lee, burning up the fire tornadoes, placing it on the point, singling him out, taking out King Bob. There's another strategist down. That's what you want, but Dupe returns the favor, taking out Cloak and Dagger. Bubble is feeling the pain. Liam is trying to fight for their life. Six is on the Psylocke right now, trying to get back to point, singling out Liam and pushing him in the corridor with the massive Psylocke play right there. Overtime's kicking up, but it's grabbed by Potato right there. Six is stuck in a corner with a Wolverine that's enraged. And Zenstar is there, trying to get the OT. Do they have what it takes? I think Bethany might have the chance to cap this and stay in the game, but Zenstar makes it on point. Ricey, do they have it? What's going to happen?
Zensari is trying to do the best, but gets choke slammed into the ground. Nobody else can touch in time, and Bethany finally capped the point in a drastically scary last-minute overtime. That overtime lasted forever, but they are finally able to cap with 2 minutes and 20 on the clock. It's already well below what Ground Zero capped in the final point, but they are still in it. They can still make it to the end and have a chance of staying in this upper bracket, but it's looking quite dire. Ground Zero looking extremely strong. 2 maps to the name already in this best of 5. And here we go with another fight as Duep chokeslams, takes down Jack immediately in a massive, amazing kick. And now Hela, Six going up to the high ground with a shield to protect them, able to take down Liam. This is going to be a fight that leans towards Ground Zero with now Duep and Zensari, with both the Vanguards both using their ultimates to cement this fight's victory.
Absolutely cemented, locked in, call the construction in, lay down the foundation because they're ready to go. As we see every time again, Dupe is just so consistent with those sonic seductions, always taking out a high angle, always forcing them to look up. And when they look up, who's looking down at them? That's right, it's going to be the Wolverine, who's somehow in the sky once again. FMCL always flying high, matching what would be Liam's position, but Six is there as well. Six now takes to the sky. Hell is officially unleashed as we get one. That's Bubble. That's a first pick double from Six right now. Feeling confident. Throwing one. Throwing a third into the triple. And Quadra KO starts it up. Is Six going to get another pick as they push Bethany back into spot with a clean Quadra KO from Six on the Hela?
Absolutely clean indeed. Six getting 4 there, and also that was just one ultimate being used. Dupe and Zenstar using their ultimates earlier in the previous fight. That means like Ground Zero has 3 ultimates left, but Super able to take down Zenstar. Massive pick for Bethany. This could be what they need to turn the tides. They are pushing the convoy nice and slowly with 30 seconds left. There is not much time left for them, but they have the ultimates, they have the economy in their hand. With have Soupy now ulting and trying to control everyone's minds. Bubblecode now also using both well to try and keep everyone alive, and it's doing a lot. But Leave also with the damage, but FMCO takes and steals Bubble away from the ultra to take them out. Now there's an advantage towards Ground Zero, and Six getting stunned out multiple times by Potato. This is amazing work from Bethany, as Jag, Lee, and Potato in this overtime fight will take all the important heroes away from Ground Zero.
There it is right there. One final chance to keep going through this door and get into the third section on the map, get into Dracula's castle. That's what you want on Midtown. But Ground Zero do have Six already on the Doctor Strange to portal them in at the very last second. It's going to be an effective portal as everybody's diving in right now, straight onto Ratatuska. And there it is as we see the Groot imprisonment lock him in. There's Zensari getting the one pick. And of course, we're going to see the freedom charge keep sustain on Bethany right there. It's going to give him some sustain. But Bubble is out of it and gets picked by Zensari. Soupy taking out Six. That's the return of the fave. Ironwood Wall's going up. The Thorn Slash has been set up. FMCL wins the Wolverine differential right there. Overtime ticks down and out as Bethany fall to Ground Zero. And that means Ground Zero are your winners in our first matchup today.
First winners in the playoffs. Day one, Ground Zero walk away with a 3-0 series scoreline. Absolutely dominating every single team we have interviewed and asked the question, who are you most aware of? Who is the team to look out for? They all say Ground Zero. And looking at this match, looking at this series, we can see why Bethany, C2 of Group B, did not really, I don't want to say they didn't stand a chance, but really, Ground Zero looks so strong, so formidable. Even just looking at these stats, looking at the knockouts, and everything that all the members of Ground Zero have, it's absolutely phenomenal.
Absolutely a stellar performance from GZG, the squad, the Ground Zero represent, did it up, done and dusted, still on their tour. Going to be exciting to see. How are we doing, FMCL? Welcome back to Marvel Rivals Ignite. How are you feeling after that epic 3-0?
I'm feeling great, you know. We came into it very confident. We came out of it very confident. Feeling like we're going to win the whole thing, you know?
You do look extremely strong. That confidence, I'm sure people will say you probably deserve after not dropping a single map so far in this entire tournament of Ignite. But you're not the only team that hasn't dropped a map. Of course, there is the Vicious from Group B, who was Seed 1 as well. How do you feel about the matchup that's coming later today? I'm assuming you guys will be watching it between the Vicious and Kanga. They did play together against each other in invitationals, but who do you think will come up on top? Who do you think you'll be versing tomorrow?
Honestly, I think it all depends on the pick and ban phase. Overall, the players are like what I'd consider pretty even, but I don't know. I think Kanga has a slightly stronger pick and ban phase, but something could happen during the game. It's about even for me.
Okay.
About even. Okay. So that's going to be an interesting matchup. Now, I want to know, going into this, what was your game plan when it came to Bethany?
We knew most of the comps they wanted to play, right? So we just like try to ban out those comps and then try and play into ours. We knew they played a lot of Punisher. We played a lot of Punisher, so we just banned it and picked it. Simple as that.
Yeah, your Punisher was extremely strong, and especially when you're versing both the flying heroes like Human Torch. I mean, poor Liam didn't really get to play much of that game because of the Punisher and their Hela, so extremely well. I think your ban and pick phase was actually pretty well thought out. Do you guys work on that together, or is this mostly your coach that talks and strategizes with the ban protect phase, or yeah, is it a team effort?
I'd say overall everyone kind of pitches in on what they think we should ban in phase, but it's mainly by Maddie, I'd say, but everyone just gives their ideas as well.
Now, no pressure, the whole world's watching. But what do you want to say to everybody at home? As a representative of Ground Zero Gaming, representing the OCE region, what do you want to say our position is in Marvel Rivals Ignite to the folks? Should they be watching out for Ground Zero to take it all the way to the grand finals?
Yeah, I honestly think we're going to win it all, and even even in the next stage of the competition, I think we'll be a pretty strong competitor. Hopefully.
Yep,
Hopefully.
I agree. I think you're very much a very strong competitor. Hopefully there at the end, I think you should just completely scrap that. You are definitely one team to look out for indeed. So congratulations on your win today. Good luck tomorrow in the upper bracket finals.
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
What an amazing.